we found a story that we thought was quite interesting. And because we are our sisters' keepers, you know, we hear these stories and we say, okay, what can we do? How do we help this person? So a story caught our attention about a lady whose sister had passed during delivery and she took over the child. So moving forward at age 39, she found somebody who wanted to marry her. But the condition the man gave her was that this child that you are carrying, I know the story. You have to give this child up, either for adoption or to be like a maid. I think the child is about 8 years old.
Yeah.
To make a
Send
maid.
her off as a maid.
And she is 39, and she's going to be, she's going to be 39 in January. And she's thinking to herself, like, listen, I'm not getting any younger. This is a man who is a nice guy. He's a really nice guy. He loves her. And she wants to settle down with this guy. And she doesn't want this guy to leave. So she's thinking, hey, what do I do? I love my niece. I mean, I'm the one be taking care of her since birth. Yet I also want to get married, and this man doesn't seem to want to accommodate. And there's no other family member around that can take this child. So the options are give her up for adoption or give her somebody else as a...
For me, I usually advise people, if you ever have, I know life happens, but if you ever have the intention of getting married, it's advisable that you start searching early. Because at the time where you're not desperate, you can really look and see some red flags that would just say, no, this person is not the right person for me. This man has obviously shown a lot of red flags. One of them is selfishness. So you think he loves you today, but he doesn't want this child. This child is going to be like an extra burden. Please, I can't have this child. He tells you, you are spending so much on this child. You are buying clothes too expensive for the... He's already telling you that, please, I don't want any other person in my space. And today, you think he loves you. Understand that love is not enough. If you cannot show love to the next person around him, when he falls out of love with you, he's going to treat you bad. Secondly, he's not accommodating. Love is about being able to, there's something my teacher used to say in secondary school, say, if you love me, you love my dog. So you won't love me and come to my space and tell me to kill my dog because you just want me. So love is accommodating. There are certain signs you look out for. How do you accommodate other people? Aside from me, see, when the love is sweeting you, you won't see all these things. That's one. You will just pay attention to how he makes you feel, how he treats you. But if you're observant, you understand how he treats even people he feels he cannot benefit from. That will tell you. Another one is, for me, the person is controlling. He's already telling you, I don't want this or this won't work. I don't want that. And see, ask yourself, is this where you want to go in the nearest future? How do you want this relationship to be in a few years down the line when all the chips are down and the love has reduced? Because love is undulating. It will reduce. How would he begin to treat you after love reduced? This is just a test that God is opening your eyes to see. So, we've been married for a while, all of us here. And we in marriage, we realize that men are not perfect. Nobody is.
There are flaws. All these red flags that you're afraid, we'd always do red flags. More of us will overlook these red flags. So, do you think that there are some red flags that, yes, he's selfish, but there are some that should, as the age she is in right now, is she not willing to compromise?
Good. So that's where I was going to. So for me, I actually feel sorry for her because this is a person who is desperate. Yeah. So she's put a timeline for herself and says, I'm 39 and I'm still not married. And finally, I found this person who is willing to marry me. And even though he's giving me so many conditions, it does not matter, because by 39, I would know that I'm married. I would not be called unmarried. And for me, that's what is driving everything that she said. And that's what's driving even the fact that she's considering getting married to this person. And really, it's a tough thing to find yourself trying to make a decision when you're in that state of mind. And people that you're in a relationship with can sense it. They understand that you're desperate. So they take advantage of that. They know you're vulnerable. So at that time, they can tell you all the things, make all the demands, because they know that you would break and you would try to meet those demands. But for me, I definitely say a very selfish person. You know, there's a mistake also will make it seem that, oh, maybe because it's not her real mother, it's her auntie. It's not about their relationship. It's just the fact that she's desperate, because we know of mothers who have hidden their own biological children so they can go ahead and get married to somebody. So it's important that women understand that their happiness is mainly theirs, and that they can determine, and they also can put on the table what is important to them. And if a man doesn't meet those demands, until you will still be happy if you don't get married to that man. You will still find your happiness. And what you have done so far for that child, you have done a fantastic job. Well done. Kudos to you. Do not allow your desperation for just marriage. I mean, you have so many successes. You have a lucrative business. You've raised the child. You know, you're so good. Even his family, as selfish as this man is, his family recognize that about you. You are the price. Do you understand? And that child, yes, and that child is your child. And if you cannot love that child and love you at the same time, then he's not for you.
He's not ready.
Yeah.
Nima.
Okay, so like Moria said, we all deal with our men with their flaws, but this one, they need a deal. This is a man who's never going to have pity for her. He's never, ever going to put her interest first. If you can look at the interest of the person who will become displaced, orphan, and even give terrible options as to give her up for maid or give her up at all, when you are only relative and you're the one she's used to. And I wonder for the woman herself, where's your mother instinct? Because it doesn't have to be your own child. The child that you have nurtured from birth, you can give up because of somebody. So two of them are people to me that need help. Just as Miriam said, I had the experience of a family friend who hid, because of 3 children, hid her status from someone she wanted to marry. I wondered then whether it made sense, but I sounded selfish. And I was saying to everybody, why didn't she tell him? Why are they with her mother? Why is she claiming that her mother's late sister's children? And then she got married, had 3 other children for the man, and then the man left. So she had 6 children.
No, she has to hide 6
Yes,
for the next
so if you want to now marry again,
you go hide the 6.
Do you understand? So, see, you make life happen the way where you are. She's 39, yes. She's not married, but she can never lack the love of a child.
Forever.
Yes. Never. That love that she already has guaranteed, she wants to give up for the one that she's not certain about.
I like that.
The one that the one that one itself, this one we can say here. Don't be say can change. It can never come in no day. No day.
Let me pause. That's a big stuff. Let's
Yeah.
take a quick break. When we come back, we continue this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.